Hello everyone. So just like I said, we are going to be giving you, or I am going to be giving you a quick tutorial on the Pearson website. So the first thing that you are going to want to do is log into the Pearson www.pearsonrealize.com, and you will get either this screen or another black screen that has the option to select login at the top right, or sign in, which will take you to this page. There you will enter your username and then your password and select sign in. Once you get there, I'm going to take you through each of the three tabs at the top, which is Browse, Classes, and Grades. So we'll start with Browse. You can either select Browse here or at the top. It doesn't matter. It'll take you to the same place. Once you're there, if you were signed up for multiple Pearson software programs or classes, you would see multiple books here, but we just are signed up for environmental science, so you will click on our textbook. Here it takes you to a list of our table of contents, so it lists out each of our chapters that we are going to be going through and have gone through previously in the year. You have the option of viewing it thumbnail style, or you can change it to list view, whatever your preference is. We're going to scroll on down to chapter 15. Chapter 15 is here, so you just select the appropriate chapter that we want to go to. Once you are there, the most important one is going to be your Etext. That is the first icon. If you select that, it will link you to the textbook and open up a new tab for you to access. If you access the textbook through this option, selecting the chapter from the Resource tab, it's going to take you directly to the appropriate chapter. There is another way to access the textbook or ebook directly from the main site, but that'll just take you to the beginning of the book. Once you are here, there's a couple of neat features that I'm going to run you through. You can open up the menu. Again, you can search your table of contents. That'll bring up each unit. You can select any one of the units or chapters, and then it'll take you directly to there. So let's try skipping forward to 15.1, and we see that it takes us right there. Now we're able to just scroll through, select next as we read through the chapter and view the images. You do have the option of selecting a two-page view if you want. If you are in this view, you will see that some of the interactive features are not available in this view, and what that's talking about is when you are in the one-page view, you can actually highlight by highlighting, circling, underlining, and you can even change the colors. You can actually even add notes in. Hello, this is important, and you can save it. So then later on, when you're reading back through the chapter, you would have your special notes or you'd have your highlighted section. Let's go back to the main menu real quick. Again, table of contents there. You can bookmark pages. Bookmark pages is you get to a section that you either last read off or it's something important. It's a table you want to refer back. All you have to do is select bookmark page at the top, and then it will save it underneath this bookmarks tab for you. Annotations and highlight. This will be where you could just go directly to those highlighted or important facts and select them here, and then it'll take you to the appropriate place in the chapter. Even if I wasn't there before I left the page, you saw I clicked here on my highlighted section, it took me back to that highlighted section in the textbook. All right. Notebook is a feature where you can just add additional notes. I haven't played much with this, but you can feel free to add special notes if you would like to. The last thing I do want to bring your attention to in this menu is the glossary. So when we're looking at vocabulary words, if you are not getting your vocabulary words from my LMS lecture that's posted, this is another option as you're working through your workbook, or you want to look at one again. It's pretty easy. You can just go here. You can even type in, let's see, what do we want to, you can type in a word. This will search it throughout the textbook or your glossary. You can select here to scan through the different vocabulary terms. And of course they are listed alphabetically, and you can jump around to the appropriate area of the glossary by just selecting the A, B, C, D, so on over here, and then just scrolling through until you find what you need. All right, so that is pretty much your online textbook. So we're going to go ahead and close this out. Now I've closed the main tab out, and it's taken me back to my PearsonRealize.com window. I'm just going to select exit, and that's going to take me right back to my chapter appropriate resources. So again, our Etext was that first one. That's where we were just at. Now, these are all the assignments listed here that I see on my teacher login as well, and these are the things that I can assign to you. But you will actually see what's assigned to you when we go to the classes tab. So I just want to bring to your attention the few resources that you will want to see here. First, of course, was your Etext. Then, if you do not have your workbook at home, a good reliable way to get the appropriate workbook assignments is just selecting on the chapter workbook. Then you can see that each of your lessons are going to be listed here based on the chapter. So we have covered 15.1, 15.2, and 15.3 this week. You'll see they're listed there. Once you select it, it takes you right to the page, and then you're able to download and print the workbook pages if you need them. Once you've done that, you can just exit out. It is the same for each of the different worksheets. The other information in here is basically everything that you would find in your actual physical workbook. So we see that we have our real data posted there. Again, if you need to print that because you don't have your workbook at home, download, print that out, and then of course keep it in a folder or binder, because you guys are responsible for keeping your classwork and worksheets like this as proof. So you need to be able to bring them in and show them to either myself or Dr. Chris once we get back to school or at the end of the year, depending on how everything goes. Chapter vocabulary and case study are the other things that I might assign that are listed and available for you here if you do not have the workbook. All right, so again, the first thing was the Etext. Number 2 is the worksheets. And then the last thing I want to really show you here is you have the option for self-test. So you'll see there is a self-test here and assessments. Assessments will be something that I assign to you. That will be your weekly Thursday, what is now Friday, quiz grade. But if you're wanting to practice for that, you kind of want to get a sense of what the questions are going to be like, what information are we looking for, go ahead and do the self-test. You just select the self-test, hit start, and then I'm not going to answer these correctly in any means, but I'm going to answer just a couple of them to give you an idea what is going to happen when we get to the end. So I'm actually going to even leave several of these blank, just randomly click on some, just so we have some sort of grade when we get to the end. I'm actually going to just skip forward. And now you can see, once I've gotten to the end of the quiz and I select to continue on, I'm going to get a review of my progress. So it's actually telling me, hey, you've only answered 4 out of 25 of the questions, and this is going to give me a chance to go back before I submit my work and make sure I have answered everything. Number 4 wasn't answered. That was my first question, so I can actually just select on view question. It'll take me back to number 4, which gives me the option to then select it. I can either then just continue skipping forward through the test, or I can go directly back to the review progress by selecting that tab at the bottom. Once I'm satisfied with the answers that I've provided, whether or not you've completed them will be shown by not answered versus answered, so you'll know exactly what you have and haven't answered, and then once you're satisfied, you just hit submit work. There's going to be some questions. It's going to give you immediate feedback on what you got correct and what you got incorrect. So that is for the self-test. And I believe it also gives you some immediate feedback on the actual quiz itself too. But for the self-test, it gives you the chance to try again. Whereas once you submit your answers for the Thursday, Friday quiz, that is done. You get one chance. So that's why I'm encouraging you guys to come in here and try out the practice quiz to get, you know, to get a better idea of what's going to be on the actual quiz and hopefully help your grade a little bit. The last thing I'm going to talk about on the browse wall is the chapter presentation. So I know a lot of you have found the chapter assignments here. I just want you to know that I do take these and I edit them. So I add extra pictures, extra information. So the PowerPoint here is a great PowerPoint. It just doesn't cover absolutely everything in the chapter that is important to the quiz. So what I try to do the best I can is go in and embellish these. So the one posted on LMS is not going to be the same PowerPoint posted here. Very similar, but mine will just have some extra information. And if you watch it on LMS, then you'll get the pleasure of also getting to listen to me lecture. So added bonus there, I guess, for maybe some of you, maybe not. Okay, so next is going to be our classes tab. So we can have the option of backing out of our menus if we want, or you can just go to the top and select classes from anywhere. The first thing I want to show you here is you have your Etext. You may or may not see this. If you don't see this, it'll look like this. And then you can say show Etext and it'll bring that up. So you have your resource right here. So you don't even have to go through the browse tab if you don't want to. You can just come directly to classes and see everything that I've assigned. I am going to take you through one by one and show you the differences in each of these assignments and how they get submitted. So for the first one, I have a video. This is our bell ringer video. So you just select it. Guys, I am logged in as a student, so everything that I'm seeing on my screen should be exactly what you're seeing on your screen. I click on the actual assignment itself. I can see that I have not started it. So I'm going to go ahead and click on it so it will come up.
Scientists report that the ozone layer.
You can play the video directly from here. And once you're done playing the video, we're just gonna kind of zoom this forward a little bit so that you don't have to watch it for a second time. Once you get done with the video, you'll see that there is a green check over here. You just go ahead and click that. It's going to pop up a window that shows you your progress. If you do not fully watch the video, you will see that your progress is not checked, and when you turned it in, it will show as a 0%. So make sure that you do read the little caption, watch the entire video. You will get your check mark, and then you can just turn it in. Are you sure you want to turn in your work? Yes, I do. So I'm going to click on turn it in, and then it lets me know that my work has successfully been turned in. and then I can close it out. Up here, I know it's really tiny, but this is our exit, so that's how we will leave the assignment. And you can see that it's telling me, success, you've completed this assignment. All right, I have gone through, and once you start an assignment, so let's go in and click this assignment. We will just try to start it, and then I don't really want to start it yet, so I'm going to exit. Something happened, I gotta do a chore, or somebody's calling on the phone, so I'm not going to finish it now. Once I back out of there, when I come back in, it's not going to be listed. I know I haven't completed the assignment, but it's not listed in my Not Started tab. That's what this In Progress tab is for. It's telling you, hey guys, you've started this assignment, you haven't finished it, it'll be listed here. So I want to go here and then just restart the assignment from that tab. I'll start it. In any assignment that has an attachment, you'll see it listed and it will be in blue. Typically those are links. That's just a helpful little way to get you straight to the information you need. I click on the link, it takes me to the article. I'm able to read through the article. You can keep this open for reference, and then you can just click back to the tab. Once you've done that, you can just go ahead and answer your question. So you'll just type in your response and then select next. Go through. Number 2. Selecting next after each question that you answer. And then when I hit my final next, again, I'm getting a screen just like I did on the practice quiz that we looked at earlier. I have the option to go back. I'm not sure about question 1. I want to view it again. You click here, it'll take you directly to it. Or no, I'm good to go. I just want to submit my work. All right. This is teacher scored, so I have to go in and actually sign off on this. So you are going to see 0 out of 20 score pending. Don't let that freak you out. You can view your questions again, but you won't get a score until I've actually gone in and scored it. So temporarily you will have 0 out of 20 points, but once I go in and score it, then you will have, if you've answered them all and you've answered them correctly, you'll get your full points. And then you'll see that that will change to 20 out of 20. Or if you skipped a question, or if you answered it with a kind of silly or non-topical response, then you'll see that that'll be graded appropriately. So 5 out of 20, 10 out of 20, 15 out of 20, and so on. Once you're done, again, just go to the exit, and you will see that you've successfully completed. You'll see that it still leaves you in the In Progress tab. All right. I do have one other assignment that I have in progress, and that's a discussion, but we'll talk about that in a few minutes. So let's just keep going through our assignments. So I'm going to go to the Not Started to complete the other 2 assignments for this week. The first one on our list remaining is our student Etext. This one I'm going to show you just so you can clear it out of this week's assignment, but since the Etext is so easily available through Browse and then through the right side of our Classes tab, I'm not going to be assigning that in the future because you guys have already sat through my lectures and listened to the Etext in that way. So I won't be assigning it, but it'll still be available for you online. So let's just go ahead and take a look at what it would mean to complete an Etext assignment. So you just click on the assignment just like we have on the all of the other assignments. It'll load our Etext. What it'll have you do is it just is looking that you've clicked through and hopefully read thoroughly the chapter. So we'll go ahead and zoom out here so we can see the whole page at a time. Obviously, we can't read that print so tiny, but you would have it zoomed in and be able to scroll around and view it on your screen. So here we are, we're reading through the chapter. You'll click through the end. Again, you'll see a lot of the images that we have in our PowerPoint are in the textbook, which makes sense, of course. And then you'll see that you could follow along while you're reading your lectures if you want to pull this eText up, because this is where I'm getting my information for the lectures from. So if you want to rely more on yourself and self-reading, feel free to use the PowerPoints and read on your own, or do that in addition to listening to my lectures. Okay, we have successfully made it through chapter 15, so we would close that. And then we have to close the text again, select exit. Nice. When you're ready to send this assignment to your teacher, just select turn it in. So if you would like to, you can add a comment, or you can just select to turn it in. It gives you a warning, just letting you know that you won't be able to see additional work you completed on this assignment, and just make sure you've completed everything before turning it in. If I assign the eText, it's just to read it, so there wouldn't be anything else for you to complete. So you would say, yes, turn it in. Lets you know that you successfully completed the assignment, and then you can select the back button to see our last assignment listed. Okay, so here is our chapter test. So we're going to select the test just like any other assignment. We just select the icon here, and it's going to let us access the test. All right, just like I did before, I'm going to just kind of skip through. I'm not going to answer these correctly or answer them, all of them. I just want to let you know what it looks like when we get to the end. Okay, so I can review progress, and that'll skip me to the end, so I'm going to select that option. Okay, so just like we saw on both of our assignments and our practice quiz, it's going to give you a review of your progress. So it's going to tell you what questions you've answered, which ones that you have forgotten to answer. It allows you to go directly to any one of those questions and view the question, complete it, and then you can select next and go through the entire exam again, or just hit review progress, and then now I can see that it's updated. Question 12 has been answered, but look at all these other ones who have not. So I would want to go back through that before submitting the test, but in the interest of time, we're just going to submit this test so you guys can see what happens. Okay, I got some auto feedback. I got 2 out of the 49 points. Again, your score will increase after I have scored the teacher portion of the assignment. You will get immediate feedback on the multiple choice questions. Yes, you got them wrong. Yes, you got them right, or no, you got them wrong by this incorrect or correct. And that allows you to go back and review what was that question? Why did I get it wrong? Oh, I didn't remember to answer it, or I answered it incorrectly. Just going to go back to view summary. Once you're done, of course, you're going to use this same good old little tiny exit, and success, you have completed the assignment. All right, assignments, and there is one other tab underneath your classes, which is discussion. So just to make things easy on you guys, I any discussions that are posted on LMS, I will also post here, now that I see that we have that feature. So you could do all of your work just on Pearson, and just access the lectures on LMS for the day to get your YouTube links, and just, of course, you need to still go into LMS to see any class announcements or things like that, because I can't do that through Pearson. This would just be strictly all of your assignments, but that would allow you to submit everything electronically, which might be nice for you. Okay, so let's take a look at our discussion. This is a discussion I made from me to me because I made myself a student. And it just says, hey guys, we are just taking some time to explore Pearson, and I just wanted to check in and ask, how are you doing today? So let's see how we would go through that. I would say post a comment, and we are going to leave a comment. If this was a little bit more lengthy and I didn't want to spend all that time on Pearson, you could make a Word document, save it, add that as an attachment, do it from your Google Drive or from Microsoft, or copy and paste. Any way that you want to get the information in there is fine by me. And then once you're done or you've made your attachment, you just post my comment. You'll see that it's successfully been posted. You could go in, oh my goodness, I didn't really want to say that. You can edit your comment or even remove it. All right. So now we go back to assignments. I'm going to take you through these tabs right here. We already went through the 4 assignments I've assigned this week. All the other assignments are very similar in how you would complete them. So hopefully you guys, if you need to, rewatch this video. If not, we'll continue on. In progress, let's see, why does that still say that? Not sure, but it is for some reason thinking I did not complete that. Let's see if it's listed here. Maybe it's waiting on teacher comment. I'll get back to you on that one. But we shouldn't have any more in progress because it told us we successfully completed everything. And so we're going to take a look at our completed tab. Here we can see I've added in a couple of, I already went in and did a couple of assignments so you could see some extra information. So we're going to take a look at that. You can see I put in last week's test just so you could see that I can give you feedback. So this would have been chapter 14 test, and from me to me in this case, but from me to you in the future would be I could make a comment, great job, and then you'll get to see when you started, when the due date was, and then what your score was. So let's go back to classes and back to completed. I can also see my score right here, which is nice. This bell ringer video, this one, that's when I warned you guys, hey, I went in, but I didn't actually watch the video. I just select completed, even though I didn't complete it. The system knows. So it's showing I did not score well. I got a 0 on that because it knows I didn't actually complete it. My second bell ringer video, you can see the one for this week. I did go through and watch it. So it knows that, and I select the green check, and it gave me 100% automatic feedback. I didn't even have to wait for the teacher, which is nice. My extended reading, that was when you had to type in text, right? So that means that the teacher has to actually score it. I have to score it. So I'm going to go in online and score it. Once I do, then you will see that what your answers are and your grade. But you can go in here, you see you successfully completed it, one submission, but has not been scored, so you'll know that I haven't graded it yet. You'll also see it here in red, needs to be scored by your teacher. Let's select the back arrow, and it takes us back to the completed tab. Again, Etext, it doesn't have a grade here because that is just for your information to read through. Again, in the weeks coming, I won't be posting that just because it's right here. You can easy access for you. It's also available to you through the browse. And then our chapter test, I have not graded that for me in this case. And so there you'll see that there's no comments yet, and it says it's completed, but just like the last assignment, still needs to be graded by your teacher. All right. Okay. The third and final tab that we're going to be looking at is the grades. All right, I am going to extend this out, the date, to show you that this is going to be a quick and easy way for you to see your progress on things. So I took the chapter 14 quiz and I scored 100%. So it shows me the due date. I have to make sure that my date range includes the due date for that test or quiz. And it shows me what my score was, what the test was, and the due date pops up as I highlight this. It also gives me my total or average score on test here, which is very nice. The next block here breaks us down into what assignments out of what assignments have been assigned, which ones have been completed, in progress, or not started. So we went through, you saw me complete all of our assignments that for this week and a couple of extras. So I don't have any left pending in my classes tab under not started. So you'll see that that's 0. Completed past due. You'll see that fortunately I completed everything on time. So you'll see 6 assignments here, and total between the test and the assignments. So I have the 1 in progress, and that's going to be the discussion, the hello everyone. So I still am not sure why that's showing up. But if this happens to you guys, just send me a, let's see. Let's see if that did it. No, it still doesn't like it. All right, so maybe the view assignments. All right, I'll let you guys know if I figure the discussions out. If I don't, maybe we might not use this feature. I'll keep you posted on that. So that has been our browse, our classes, and our grades tabs. I hope that this has been very helpful for you guys, helping you navigate through the website. I miss you guys tremendously, and I pray for you every day. So make sure you guys are, doing everything that we're supposed to be doing everything we talked about in class, washing our hands, using hand sanitizer, covering your mouth and your elbow when you sneeze or cough. Where I would say stay home if you're not feeling well, but we all are staying home. So just stay safe, and I'm thinking about you guys.